New help, big day of washing, cleaning, and all that. New inventory, and check out these ugly, awful, gnarly wheels. And then check out these primer, awesome. Look at this. Woo, buddy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Where's it? Where? Let me show you this. Look how nasty. Look how nasty, and there's stuff flaking off, and it's awful. And then, like after that, they go to this. I mean, that looks nice. That's nice. And then after that, they go to this. Ooh, buddy. Damn. Damn, boy. One Owner Car Guy, oneownercarguy.com. We've been doing all kinds of videos on all kinds of stuff. I'll give you a shot around the lot real quick. But this here video is about redoing your wheels, repainting them, refurbishing them, whatever you want to call it, restoring them. And this is a quick and easy way to do it, whether it's your own car that you just want to look better, or whether it's a car you've bought that you're going to sell, or whether you're just selling your car to help you get maximum value and maximum curb appeal and the whole deal. A couple cans of Krylon and different things like that go a long way. I'm going to show you what we're going to be working with, and like I say, it seems like I like gold cars. I hate gold cars, but it seems like every car I've been buying lately is gold cars. You gotta look at what I got. I bought an airport, man. I bought an airport lights and this spectrometer and all kinds of stuff. And man, we got all kinds of cars around here, and we've cleaned the lot up a lot. You're gonna see a lot of stuff coming on the channel. This is what we're dealing with here today. This is a no, it's not. It's a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. Now, it's getting ready to have the tires taken off because we're gonna take them off to do it. And this is a one-person job. If you're doing, I'll give you a couple ways you can do it, but I'm gonna show you this wheel up close first. And I'll tell you, this is one of the hardest redoing of wheels I've had, and it's because of this crap right here. It's this clear coat. And more releases, and next thing, you can't get a good looking job out of it. You just can't. And it looks like crap, etc., etc. These wheels look like crap. We're gonna be redoing them in a gold, and we're gonna be using a hammered paint. I'll show you that all here as we go. If you work on cars and you already have DeWalt tools, I'm sure they make them in other brands, so you already got the battery. These little XR, dude, watch this. If you've never seen these in action, I just had to make a video of this, watch. I've been telling you what, when you're broke down on the side of the road, whoa, what is that? I don't think that one's the same size. So I have to get that a different one. But pretty quick for putting them on or taking them off. Cool tool. I'm gonna use a DA, and mine's an older Ingersoll Rand, not perfect type thing. But this, you can get these here at like Harbor Freight. Ah, damn it. I'm gonna use a DA. I'm gonna use an older Ingersoll Rand one I have, but I'm gonna give you a link in the description below where you can get a nice, these here are like a palm sander. It just depends on what style you want. I'll give you a couple choices. This even has a bleed off valve type thing to blow off, direct your flow of dust and stuff. But I'm not gonna use my new one. I'm gonna use my old one. Okay, so tires and wheels are off. And like I say, these here, I'm gonna show you the process that I use. And I've already done the other side. And I'll tell you what, it was a learning process. This stuff here is absolutely awful. And it gets water and degreaser and everything get under it. And it just keeps going. And look at that, that's even boiled up. It's like, it's awful. And there's stuff under it. So when you paint, the paint reacts with this messed up clear. We tried just sanding them down. Well, that wasn't exactly working. So I tried just to use like a 150, 180. And you'll see I got that one pretty much all off. But when it gets into other things with a ridge or something, honestly, it was awesome. Doing this is just hit this stuff up quickly and get it open. And then I'll show you the next step here, and I'll add some in a minute. I hope you'll be able to see how this is just raised. It's odd. And it's just going to ruin your paint. And it don't just flake off this part. Once you try and degrease these, it leaks into this part, and this will start flaking off. So you need to actually strip these correctly. Okay, I've sanded this down now, and I haven't got it exactly to where I want it, but I'm going to do the next step with you now, which I'm telling you, I tried everything on this. And at the end of the day, this is what it took. And I'll put a link for some of this down in. At the end of the link down below, you'll find all this stuff right on my Amazon page, my influencer page or whatever, and you can check that out. And best prices, because I've actually thoroughly researched these prices. You're going to need a wire brush, and I'll put a link for that down in the Amazon store. Just check the description. Everything you need is right in there. But take this stripper, and I'm just dripping a little bit on at a time, and you want to have gloves on. You need a chemical resistant glove, and I'll put them down in there too, where you can find everything. And you need a wire brush, and you should wear goggles whenever you're working with something like this, 100%. Just spread this stuff on there, and you can be pretty liberal with it. And it's one thing in life you should be liberal with: stripper and strippers. But that's the deal. Just rub this stuff on and kind of get it in the grain a little bit. And you're going to leave this set for, 10 to 20 minutes. And it is a very easy process, and this will soften it up a lot easier than just running at it some other way with sandpaper. You can sand on this till the cows come home. This is the way to do it for sure. But here we go. I'm going to go ahead and finish spreading this around, and I'll talk to you in a minute. And here's how it looks when you brush it on. It don't got to be exactly even. Just get a good amount of it on there, and you can see it eating into that clear coat. And just it really, really helps. And then I'll show you the next step here in a minute. All right, it's been about 7 minutes, and maybe you can see a little bit more. It's boiling off so much around those areas. It's crazy. And that was the problem, is once you start doing it, these areas would come up and unboil, if you will. Get my brush here. It's only been about 5 to 10 minutes, but I'm gonna go ahead and start brushing areas. And you can see that takes just so much of it off. That's how much wanted to come off, is all them bright spots. And you're never going to get it all off. But it sure takes a lot more of it off than you can get sanding. And now it's loosened it up a bit to where when you do sand it, more of it comes off even so. And definitely wear goggles and gloves. This stuff is pretty toxic. And be careful, my skin kind of crawls and burns a bit when I deal with this, but look how much it's on there. When you start doing it, it kind of tears into it really good. And don't worry about scratching it up too much with a brush, because your 80 grit, which is what I'm using, will take that out. In fact, the 80 grit, there'll be a link down there for like a multi-pack. I got some different areas. You can look at my Amazon store there. Check the link out. Everything's in there though. Well, I got to go in and check my phone messages, but I'm going to take my DA again, and you'll notice now it gets a lot more off. And my paper is pretty wasted. But I'm going to do this for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, my sandpaper was absolutely thrashed. So I'm going to show you this part with a new sandpaper. You'll see basically everything gone. There's some little areas, and that'll come off better with steel wool. So I'm gonna do a little bit more and talk to you in a minute. Now I'm gonna show you another piece, damn it. Watch this. Super hard to film. And yay. Be right back. Okay, at the end of all the sanding, this is what you got. That's the stripping, the sanding, the whole thing. Now I'm going to degrease and steel wool it. Alright, I actually sprayed this with degreaser and let it soak in for a little while. And I like to really get it in the holes there. And yeah. So once you get that, you're going to want some steel wool. And this is a 1, but and then you just steel wool them. And I'll tell you, most everything at this point starts to come out. And at this point, you want to start getting these areas and getting the grease out and everything, because that's what's really going to give you a problem when you start painting, is grease in your holes. So, talk to you in a minute. Okay, so there it is, all scrubbed down. At this point, for no reason really whatsoever, I usually put a little bit more degreaser on it. And when you're done with this, you're going to see exactly what you missed, that's for sure. But, see if I can one-handed do this. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, that's what we got. Pretty clean. And there's a couple areas right there. I'm gonna get a little better. But for the most part, I'm very happy with the outcome. These things are always a pain to clean, but this is gonna turn out really, really nice. I hope. The one I video won't, right? Okay, so this is your prep work, and I'm going to go ahead and show you this one more time before I actually squirt it down, and then I'm going to make another video and upload it on the actual painting, primering, and all that, for that kind of prep work. So, that's that. Talk to you in a minute. Pretty much the last thing is power wash them really good. This is your final product before you do anything else. There's a little steel wool and stuff that get stuck in there, but you definitely want to sand them, strip them, and sand them again, and steel wool them. That's about all that'll work. And you can see most of it's all gone. So you get a nice finish. Should turn out pretty good. Airport lights, digital spectrometer, airport lights, Wuhan. Alright, this is the method I'm going to use. I've got someone holding a for rent sign, and
that would be your director.
That would be the director. So I've got someone holding the for rent sign, and I'm going to just start laying it on kind of thin, but not real thin because I ain't got all day. And this should turn out pretty nice just from what we did. It won't be perfect, I know that. I'm not expecting perfect. And that's why we're going to use the hammered paint, because it will cover a lot of imperfections. But really and truly, it's going to turn out pretty good like it is. We did take a lot of problematic stuff off. So just doing it one piece at a time here, you would then move your setup each time. Still smoking from the primer, baby. That's it. It's how I've got it done. And it looks good. And we're gonna let this dry out. I got another one going. She's actually drying the Arbin machine, and Rich is unloading there. Airport lights and Big City Bright Lights or whatever. There you go. Bright Lights Big City. Hammered gold. It's going to put a finish on it. So if there's anything you need to like cover up on your wheels, this kind of paint is really good for that. And I'm always doing this outside. And it's a little windy today, I think. A little windier than it was yesterday, that's for sure. But I'm just going to do a little bit of painting here and get this thing all looking okay, and then I will throw in a picture of the after once I'm done. Can't seem to get those holes. I'm gonna have to let you go to where I can paint. I got no cameraman. But God, I do like a hammered paint. I do like a gold wheel. Probably because of my love for Trans Ams, but all right. At the end of all the spraying, all the painting, that's what you got. And I'll tell you, I think you'll be able to see the hammered finish on there. If you can't, well, sorry, but it's like little pinhole type. Well, it looks like somebody hammered on it. But they turn out really nice. It definitely puts a lot of it out of your mind because the unevenness of the paint. Normally you wouldn't want it, but here, hang on. Maybe you can see on that. I don't know. Just trying a couple different ways so you can see it there. I like it. Looks good. And I'll give you a sneak peek. I'll show you when it's all detailed out. But I'll give you a sneak peek of how it looks on the truck. See, I did that in hammer too. Turned out really good. Crappy little wheels, but this is how it turns out right here. Looks good. It's a good color for a Jeep like this, I'll tell you that. They came with one pretty close to this. That's that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night. Whatever it is, wherever you are. All kinds of cars. Anything you're looking for, I might have. If it's newer stuff, I'll go get it. Square body. Look how clean this is. Under the hood, this is so clean. Check this out. Boom, bam. Look at this. I'm telling you, man. One clean rigor mortis. Okay. That's that. We'll talk to you. So, subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you. All right, here we are with the finished product on the truck. And it was a longer process. Definitely had some sanding to do on these. And a guy could do them different, better, or what have you. But the fact of the matter is, this is not a super expensive rig. And I just wanted to make it look better. And on top of that, you know, there's a different colored gold that would look better. This has a little bit more of a copper to it. The other one's a little bit different, more like they came with. But it looks just great. Everything on it looks a lot better than it did when we started out. I'll tell you that much. And if you're gonna be selling something, may as well put your best foot forward. It just don't take that long to throw a little hammered paint on a wheel. I mean, look at that. Just gorgeous. And the gold on these Jeep Grand Cherokees was kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of an old Pontiac Trans Am GTA or something, or a, you know, Smokey and the Bandit. Except in a Jeep. Okay, that's that. All kinds of cars, all kinds of stuff. new inventory like crazy. And hey, subscribe, like, comment, because we're making videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, whatever it is, wherever you are. OneOwnerCarGuy.com.